Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Can you believe that is the 213th time I have said that to you? This video marks my 1-year anniversary on YouTube. I figured maybe we'd talk a little bit about some of the things I've learned over the last year. So it is an absolutely gorgeous day in PA. You will not find a nicer day. We finally got a break from the heat wave. It is low 80s, low humidity. It's just a great day to work. So I'm just coming in from the Christmas tree fields, and I got a few things to do around the lumber here, but I figured I'd come in here, we'd take a quick break and make this video. So it is amazing how fast a year can actually go by, especially when you're documenting the whole thing on video. I start to think back to the first videos and everything I've done in the last year, and it is actually amazing. It actually makes me feel kind of tired thinking of everything I've done in a year, but that's the way things move around here. So I've been thinking about this video for a while because obviously I knew this was coming up, and it's just a couple things I kind of figured maybe behind the scenes type stuff I'd share with you guys. Just some things I've learned from having absolutely no experience at all with any of this stuff to having a YouTube channel. So the first thing I want to say that I've learned is my audience is amazing. You guys are great. You know, when I decided to start a YouTube channel, it was kind of on a whim. I didn't know what to expect, but one thing I was pretty sure of, everybody knows the internet is full of trolls and negative people, and I thought, you know, well, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to have to fight off a lot of that stuff, you know, people with smart comments, and, you know, if I'm going to put myself out there, there's certainly going to be people that take offense to something I'm doing. But I have to say, after doing it for a year, 99% of the comments I get are positive, you know, reinforcing comments, words of encouragement from you guys, and you know, words of thanks that, you know, I taught you something. So I have to say, you know, you guys are a great audience, and I really do appreciate it. I've said for years, long before I started YouTube, that my customers here are some of the best people in the world. It's just something about woodworkers and do-it-yourselfers, and you know, people that are into the type of stuff I'm selling. It just seems they are just salt of the earth, great people, and it shows through in my YouTube audience and the comments you guys give me. I always do appreciate it. They mean more to me than you guys could ever imagine. You know, sometimes I read some of these comments, and you know, the things you say about me and the stories you tell and that kind of stuff, it is really neat. So thank you. So that's the single biggest surprise I've had on YouTube. The other thing I've learned, I really enjoy teaching. You know, I didn't really know how this was going to go, what direction, you know, this channel was going to go in. I just picked up the camera and started shooting, and I'll be perfectly honest with you, if you've never done it before, first time you pick up a camera and go to record yourself, you know, you can have all the ideas in your head and you think you know exactly how it's going to go. Boy, when you look at that camera and see that little red light flashing at you, and you see yourself in the screen basically talking to yourself, it's tough. The first time I ever did it, I could barely get a sentence out. You know, I thought, oh yeah, this will be nothing. I know exactly what I'm going to say, and boy, it humbles you quick. So I'm starting to get a little bit better after 213 videos. Hopefully I don't disappoint, but it's definitely a learning curve. But what I found, a lot of it shaped by your guys' feedback once again, I really like teaching. Those are the videos I like to make. I like joking around and screwing around and, you know, that kind of stuff too. But I like when I can show you something and explain it, and when I get the feedback that, you know, I taught somebody something, that makes it very worthwhile to me. Honestly, that was probably my goal more than anything. I picked up a lot of information over the years from lots and lots of sources, and I thought, well, maybe if I can kind of take everything I know and consolidate it and put it into something that you guys can follow along with here and touch a bunch of different topics somebody might want to watch. And it turns out, 1,700 subscribers, you guys do like to watch. So, which is another thing, when I started this, I saw somewhere online, the average time it takes a YouTube channel to get to 1,000 subscribers is 15 months. That's the average. We made it to 1,000 subscribers in 6 months. 12 months in here, we're at 1,700, over 1,700. That's not bad. I want to keep growing it. You guys can help me do that. Flying in front of me. You guys can help me do that. When you watch my videos, just click that thumbs up button, the like button, drop me a comment, share it with your friends, any of that stuff. Any interaction you give me in the videos kind of gives me a boost, helps me, pushes out to more people, which ultimately helps spread the good news. Because like everything I do, I want to do it the best I can. So if I'm doing this, I would like to see this channel as much of a success as possible. Which brings me to my next point. The next thing I learned, which once again I kind of already had a suspicion, there's no money in this. Everybody asks me, my customers that knew me before I started the YouTube, and friends and whatnot, they ask, so are you making a lot of money on YouTube yet? No, not at all. I make what you'd call beer money on YouTube at best, and we're talking PBR beer money, not craft beer money. These videos, if you don't know this, which I think most people do, once you become monetized by YouTube, those ads that you see, I get a little cut of that, just a little bit. But at the level I'm at, the ad revenue, it really doesn't add up to much. I'm certainly not doing it for the money, because I'd be better off spending the time I use to make these videos doing something in the business. Quite honestly, I'm making well below minimum wage. But that's not really the point of why I started this channel. I wanted to educate. I will, in full disclosure, say this is kind of advertisement for me. I have sold lumber and made business contacts and done work for folks that have found me through the YouTube channel. So in that way, it's paid off in a big way. So I cannot complain, and I'm not complaining. But it's anybody that thinks they're going to start YouTube channel to make money, well, you got to get really big, and it's a lot of work. It's just like everything else. It's certainly not for the money. But the one thing I will say, I've never said this before, but it occurred to me the other day, if you are thinking about starting a YouTube channel, a good reason to do it, I have basically a year's worth of my life here on camera, recorded, backed up on a hard drive, which when you step back and think about it, for my kids, that's a pretty neat thing to have. For all time that will be recorded. They can look back at it in many years, show grandkids, great grandkids, show them the kind of work I did here, which I think is a pretty neat thing, which I never thought of when I started this, but along the way here, I've kind of realized, hey, this is neat, to document this, to see my progression of things through here, the way I operate this business, knowledge, stuff like that. So that's just a little, I'm getting off track, but that's a side note for anybody out there that's thinking, even if it's not for a YouTube channel, just to record some stuff, just to pass on a legacy. So after a year, I will say I still enjoy making these videos. I've gotten more efficient at it. I think I've gotten a little better at it. Production value hasn't gone up much around here. I mean, look behind you. This is the best set you get. My workshop. Right now you're sitting on my vise. You're magnetically clipped to my vise. So, that's probably not going to change. But from the start, I've set out to be real. And I think that's why I don't maybe get the trolls that some people do. I'm just who I am. This is what you get. I show you the good with the bad. I don't try to hide anything. If you come here and buy lumber from me, this is what you get. This is who I am. I don't even dress up for these things. So I think maybe that shows through, and that's why maybe some people cut me a little bit of slack. But everything I tell you, I try to give you good information, solid information, and I live this stuff in and out, so you're getting it straight from the source. So that's kind of going forward. I think what I'm going to keep doing. We've done 213 videos now. I don't really know that we've tackled the same thing twice. I always try to bring you something new. That's the luxury of my job. Every day is something new, something different. So I'm going to keep trying to bring you original content, different content. I've mentioned it before. I don't really watch any other sawmill or woodworking stuff on YouTube, so I might be copying somebody, but it's not deliberate. I just show you what I feel like talking about. I know nobody ever believes it. I just turn on the camera, I hit record. I might have a premise or something I want to talk about in my head, and we just go from there. Whatever happens, happens. That's what you're witnessing right now. I just sat down on my shop stool, and we're talking about the year in review. So going forward, now that I told you all that stuff, I will probably let a few people down. So we've been doing this Tuesday, Friday schedule, and if you watch every one of the videos, I appreciate you. I'm knocking down to one video a week. It's going to be Friday mornings will be the video drop, and basically just because we've covered a lot of stuff here, and I have a lot more to talk about. I'm not running out of things to talk about, but it does take a lot of my time, and I have things to do here with the business. I like to do stuff at home with my kids other than edit videos. So just knocking off one video a week. Hopefully I'm still giving you enough content. I'll mix in some shorts here and there, and I don't want to get to the point where I have to use filler content or anything like that. So I want to keep bringing you good videos, solid videos. Don't expect any fancy camera work or anything like that, but I want to give you good content, and it just makes my life a little bit easier to do one day a week. So what you can do for me, hit those like buttons every time you watch a video, subscribe, and set the alert. That way, if I do post something, you'll never miss it if you have alerts set. So those are the simple things you can do if you like what you see here, and I appreciate each and every one of you. And I guess that's all I got. So it's been a fun year. I'm hoping for hopefully many more. Keep watching, spread the good news. We'll build this channel up, and I'll keep showing you all the situations I get myself into. I'll catch you later, guys. Thanks for watching.